Hello everyone, and welcome back. Well, Mark sent me a set of LED lights for the boat here. Got a little time this afternoon. I'll see if I can at least get them on. I don't know that I'll get them all wired here because there's a few things I have to do with this one. We've got this ground, and I'm going to have to, if I want it done right, I'm going to have to drill a hole into the frame or find a bolt spot like this, which is too far away. But anyway, and ground it, because the way this bracket hooks around here, I don't get a good ground between this and the actual frame. So I'm kind of screwing myself the whole way if I don't ground it directly to the frame. But I'll see what happens. This light didn't even have a ground. Considering it's been at least 10 years since I put a set of lights on this thing, and all I did is taped all of the wiring up, that stuff it would have been much easier to remove with a zip tie. I got duct tape and black tape, and I'd say that held pretty darn good. One side done. I sand behind this light because the other one had that little ground line on it, so I fastened it right to the frame. This one here does not, but this is welded to the frame, not bolted, so I should be good by doing it this way. Alright, well, all new lights on. Everything I think is done correctly. And the only thing that works on each side is that side running light. It works on both sides. Brakes don't work. Turn signals don't work. And this light doesn't work, which should be on right now too. It's about 8:30 at night. I'm not going to play around with it anymore. One thing, it's not hooked directly up to the truck, but I hooked up the ground. So, I don't know. We do have to, take into account that it is hooked up to a Chevy. And that very well could be the problem. I don't have it hooked up to the actual truck though either, and you know how some trailers are, you know, once you hook it up, you drive it down the road a couple miles, everything comes on. I mean, I do have the ground hooked up, so you would think that we'd be all right, but until it's hooked up to a ball hitch, I don't have an 1 7/8" for this truck. My 1 7/8" is in my other truck, and I won't get that back until probably Friday. We will come back at this another day. Okay, everyone, well, here we are about 2.5 weeks later, 2 weeks later, I don't know. I just got my truck back today. I was supposed to be in there for, I don't know, first it was some little screen in the front that goes out on them, and then they said it was the high pressure oil pump, but they never had really looked at it, so they kept getting put off, and then finally today they were going to put the pump in, and he gets it finished, and I get up there and he goes, well, I got good news and bad news. He says the bad news is that he could have had this done the first day if he would have really looked at it, but they're so busy up there, and mine just pretty much came in off the street. It was a sensor. It had nothing to do with the oil pump. So anyway, it's back. I backed it up to the boat here, hooked it up, and the lights work. But I cannot say that it was a Chevy versus Ford problem like we were joking around in the other video, because when I first hooked it up, they did not work. And then I came up to the boat and I just shook it around, and so it was just a ground problem. I mean, I do believe before that it was probably lights, because I shook it a lot when I had the old lights on, but these new ones, I mean, I got the grounds on there correctly, everything was correct. But you know how it is, at least for me. I've had several trailers in the years that I would hook it up, it wouldn't work, didn't matter, put it on your truck, drive 10 miles down the road after bouncing around, and it would come on. So that definitely was what it was. In fact, I took Melissa's truck and I went and hooked it up to the snowmobile trailer, because with the boat trailers that I have and with this trailer, I tend to just have trouble with lights off and on all the time. But with the snowmobile trailer, it never fails. If there's any trailer that doesn't work, all you do is drive your vehicle, back it up to this trailer, hook it up, and that tells you if it's your truck or the trailer. Because this trailer it's quite old, and the lights have always worked. So that means that the old tent boat that's going to be the new tent boat is just about ready to go up there. Lights work, motor works, tires are brand new. I just have one more thing I have to do. After the last video I posted, Mark, the guy that sent the tires and the lights, he contacted me and he said, I think one of your tires is on backwards. I did not see the valve stem. And I didn't think anything of it, except for when I was thinking, I remembered with this tire, it was kind of weird tightening up the lugs, but you know, the lugs they have nuts on this side, and on the other side it was just a bolt. There was no nut setup, so I didn't think anything of it. Sure enough, I come out and looked a couple days later, and I do have this tire on backwards. I'm surprised. I mean, I haven't looked at the comments on that video for a while now, because I have some, you know, when I post a new video, there's just a ton of comments to keep up on. But there's 28,000 people, over 28,000 people that watched that video, and he was the only one that contacted me saying that this thing was on backwards. That means this project is complete, and actually Melissa and I so far are going to the tent this weekend. And I won't be able to bring up the boat because last year at the farmhouse we had, I don't know if there was 8 of us or 10 of us or whatever, over for Thanksgiving, and we are doing Thanksgiving again, but this year we have close to 20 or maybe close to 25 people going to show up this year. And we had a hard enough time. There wasn't enough room in the oven to cook everything last year. So we're picking up just something that was on Marketplace, but so it's a good deal. But I need to pick up she found a double oven, the stackable kind, and a couple of tables that fold out cafeteria style, because we don't have enough, you know, places for people to sit in there. And then eventually another refrigerator. I'm going to put the refrigerator and the double oven out in the garage, so we have an extra like a little kitchen out there we can use for times when we have a lot of people over. So the boat will have to stay back here because I have to haul the trailer up and pick all that stuff and drop it off at the farmhouse before I head to the tent. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I will see you guys on the next video.